Hi, welcome to the Destin Business Forum brought to you by the Destin Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, Amy Perry, and our guest today is Ashley Vannoy. You are with First Partners Bank.
Yes, that's it.
All right, so for those of us who don't know, and I did not know, tell us what First Partners is all about.
Sure. Well, I'm so glad to be here with you guys today. It is a new bank to our area, but not a new bank altogether. We have just gone into the old Regions Bank in Destin Log building across from Whole Foods, where Destin Commons is. And it's a 5-story building. The address is 35008 Emerald Coast Parkway, and everyone kind of doesn't know the addresses, so I like to give landmarks there. But we have taken over the bottom floor, and the building is fully leased with about 55,000 square feet of other small businesses and a law firm on the top. So it's really exciting. Yeah, we're real excited to be here. But First Partners has been here about maybe 2.5 years. They had a loan production office in Redfish Village on 30A, so we kind of have a little bit of a footprint there as well, and we're hoping to look for other spaces and expand. But this one is absolutely gorgeous. It turned out great. The bank branch that we went into was purchased out of foreclosure a few years ago by, you may know Dwayne Hargroder. I don't know if you know him, but yeah, he's just done a fabulous job with the building in terms of build out. And so what we ended up doing was going in there, we've been working on it about a year now, and have the most beautiful design work done by Stock and Trade, which is a gorgeous furniture store. Stock and Trade is actually based out of Birmingham, where we are. My bank is based out of there as well. And so being in Birmingham, they just have excellent taste. So they've done a really good job on the interior. So we just want everybody to come in and say hi, and I can give you the grand tour.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We have our mission statement on the wall, and it's really very much being business partners with you. Is our motto is we succeed when you succeed. And to that end, we've really developed a lot of extra marketing towards small businesses and a website with a ton of information about starting a small business, writing a business plan, all the documentation that you need to get together for SBA. And then we even actually do a magazine we put out. This is out of our Birmingham office because we've just started in Florida getting some great SBA loans through and some clients that we can highlight. But what we like to do with Tools for Success is give businesses articles in here for exposure and really to talk about how we went about helping them and partnering with them to grow their business or really to even start them up. So it's a really great marketing tool, and this currently goes out to all of our Birmingham clients, and then it will certainly be going out here too as we grow.
So if someone comes in and maybe, have you ever had anybody come in and not know about SBA, just want it like a straight up loan?
Absolutely.
And then you say, wait a minute, maybe you are, maybe you could get an SBA loan and just kind of.
That's it. It's daunting actually, but what I like to do is really kind of talk about the SBA loans that we've done in the past, and that helps trigger people to think of ways to go about packaging their financial situation.
Got it.
That's what's been successful in the past, and the greatest thing, I think the greatest almost secret weapon that we have is that we are based in Birmingham, so we see a lot of larger businesses, a lot of franchisees, a lot of startup technology. We also have a branch newly launched in Huntsville, Alabama, which is, there's a lot of defense contractors in Huntsville that actually are here. So I'm hoping that that will be a great source of business for us to build on as well.
Right.
It doesn't. It helps when you don't have to reinvent the wheel from a financial standpoint. Especially when you're dealing with SBA. So the other advantage I think that we have towards is our size. We are really a smaller community bank, but we are based in Birmingham, so we just have a lot of commercial clients already existing there. We've been around since 2007 there. And I do business lending and commercial lending for the bank here locally, but I also find myself doing a lot of residential loans too. The greatest thing about our bank being our size is that I don't have to hand business off to a certain person that does one particular thing.
Got it. You can just kind of stay with the person from beginning to.
Yep, and we were talking about the whole private banking concept. That really helps out in that regard because I have a brother who's an orthopedic surgeon here, Dr. Jason Thackeray, and my baby brother with Orthopedic Associates here. And I kind of got started in private banking, about 20 years ago.
When you were 12.
Financing him and his group of orthopedics out of the University of Florida when they had a ton of student loans and no money, and they were buying lots in Kelly Plantation, and it was the ultimate portfolio type product that you would need. So
the good old days.
Yeah, exactly, in Destin. But they're going and blowing now, and we all know what happens when you have healthcare and professional association type roles where you're going to do amazing things financially, and it just helps to have a partner like First Partners that understands that initially when you're just getting started out.
So the private banking, and I do want to talk about a loan that you did, but just real quick, the private banking, if somebody says, okay, what's the difference? I can go to a bigger bank or go to your bank. Tell me what private banking is. Does that mean I have a
Well, it used to be, I'm kind of back the way it used to be. I honestly started in private banking with another bank that's not here anymore, you may remember, but it was just an amazing experience to be able to design a suite of products like high loan to value residential loans, or things that make their lives easier when they're starting out in business, so they don't have to worry about creating a business plan or doing some projections, or it makes it a lot easier. And then when I think the private banking sort of went along the wayside because it kind of got into a wealth management role and not so much a lending one. And that kind of triggered my whole desire to go into the commercial loans, because I really prefer the lending piece, and I think it's important to do that. So many of the larger banks too really kind of outsource their private banking and their SBA lending and some of these other lines of business to other areas, because Destin and Fort Walton Beach, this is relatively small market, but small market, powerful customers, and we have just as many of them here. So that's what I'm excited about with First Partners, is the flexibility to deal with one person for everything.
Sounds wonderful. All right, we just have a little bit of time left, but tell me about Props Brewery.
Well, I'm really excited about that one. I know I did. I didn't bring free samples, but they are happy to do it. This was one really exciting success story that we have. The Props Brewery people, I don't know if you've been to it, but it's at the foot of the Brooks Bridge where the propeller logo is on the side of the building. They came to me about 5 years ago. I've known them, actually they were neighbors of mine, instructor pilots for the Air Force, and they wanted to start a brewery because they were retiring. And there are so many military separating right now that just have rock star resumes that have managed multi-million-dollar budgets for the military, but are really trying to figure out their next step. And these guys are my age, so they're not ready to retire yet, know. So what was really exciting about that was that I was able to use the Okaloosa County, or introduce them to the Okaloosa County Economic Development Council, Nathan Sparks here.
Yes.
Who was able to get them a Department of Economic Opportunity grant because of their commitment to hiring in our area over a certain amount of time, which was really exciting. And then we were able to get them, this was so cool, we were able to get them a distribution center in Fort Walton Beach, close to it was formerly in Mary Esther, but Michael Beatty, the city manager of Fort Walton Beach, was so creative. I was able to introduce them to him so that he could deed that property into the city of Fort Walton Beach, and they have a 10-year property tax abatement. So that was really, really helpful. UWF picked it up and did a big press release. I'm sure it's been played here a number of times, but it's just really a success story where we were partnering with them, and I could use 20 years of living here, and the relationships that I've developed have just been integral, and been really bringing me to this point to be able to do it for a couple of Air Force instructor pilots. It was really, really fun. It was free samples were great too.
Yeah, I can imagine. It really does sound like you partner with your clients, not in the legal sense, but you really help them. Their success is your success. Like
exactly, and it wasn't easy, because one thing I would want to mention is the Veterans Advantage program that SBA offers. I mean, it's amazing. It's actually pretty cheap. It's cheaper. The funding fees are waived for that, or actually I think they're cut in half. And then you get a 24-hour guarantee, which is that means the lender gets 75% of the loan guaranteed by the Small Business Administration. So that was awesome.
Perfect. Okay, they're going to put your website on the screen. They can go there for more information. And I have gone way over, but thank you for coming, Ashley.
Thank you.
Come back, and we'll be back.